Bueno, seguimos en Regreso al Futuro. Vamos a intentar convencer al antiguo Emmet. Antiguo Doc. Joven Doc. Me parece que ha abierto una tienda, que ahora es barbero o a saber. Hola, Doc.
Sonny!
Sonny.
You do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, you know, here and there. You're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine!
Yeah, well, girls are great and all, but don't get carried away. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the Expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
The rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked the rocket car.
But...
more trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
You'll figure it out, Emmet. You only need a bolt of inspiration, that's all. Maybe if you went to a...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the Expo.
Emmet, I'm a little confused here.
Mm-hmm.
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the Expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around,
máquina...
October 12th. Doc?
Has liado un poquito, Doc. Has liado un poquito, Doc. Doc no estaba aquí.
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The Expo's about to start and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
We're stuck?
For the time being. I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
Impossible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Por Edna.
Where can I find her?
Where do you think? I'll drive. The DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Pues vamos para Expo. Bien. Colegio de Hill Valley. Un tío revisando una estaca trajeado. El borracho que intentó pegarme.
Right, there she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and... I'll talk to her. You better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All car of the future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Why not?
Why not? El auto del futuro.
I shouldn't go anywhere until I've talked to Edna.
Vale. Chico, Sí, chico.
It's not as nice as my truck back in 86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in 86.
Las cajas ni mirarlas. Entrar tampoco. Vamos, lo dudo mucho.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not till
open?
tonight. Anybody without official business here,
Que no,
please
tanga,
get
tanga.
off the grounds.
¿Tanga?
You got official business here?
Yeah.
Well, stay out of the
Yeah.
way of the workers. You look familiar. Do I know you?
Nope.
Mhm.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not till
open?
tonight.
Vale, nada. Arthur McFly.
Hey, Artie.
Officer!
Officer,
Right. Don't blow your cover.
will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Hola, Edna.
Spell it Brown. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh, for the
sorry.
love. Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Mr. Crockett! You do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did.
Que es
Have you
mi
seen
abuelo.
Emmet?
Que es mi abuelo. Maldita.
no.
Then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Well, I'm not your average girl.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Crockett, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmet fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Bueno, ¿y ahora qué?
Ahem. You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Crockett. You know that? Well, his physical appearance, for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he
Vale,
cleans
vamos a
up
tener que buscar
surprisingly
otra.
well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the Expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important.
Bleh.
I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Fue como la verdad.
Thirdly, and most important,
Yes?
well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain. I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities,
Say, what's your game?
just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmet. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmet. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
What the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmet's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention.
Mira las
Measures a
afinidades de una
person's
persona.
affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by,
O sea,
that
que
sort
igual lo
of thing.
podemos,
Interesting. And it really works?
lo podemos
Well,
joder
of
para
course.
que...
What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
So you say Emmet only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Well, it's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Yes. Settling down?
You know, ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
Playing the... Oh, you're joking.
Es,
You say you know Emmet is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map
Bleh.
demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
But I can't help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
¿quién
All
es?
of Emmet's other girls, now that he's with you.
Please, I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
Claro, claro.
I wonder what's going to happen to Emmet's little black book.
Little Black Book?
Oh, it's legendary. That's what enabled Emmet to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Crockett.
This one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmet hijacked a train.
Please, there
Well,
hasn't been a
don't think-
train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Perro loco tan
Emmet's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Joder.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmet as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet?
A guy who gets the girls, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
You
You mean
know.
a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to
Hay que
picture
hacer que
him.
se cambie de traje.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmet.
When he's just...
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Oh, Trixie.
Hey, Artie, you seen my Orioli?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
Hola. Me estás contando.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Hey, Artie.
Can't talk right now.
No puedo hablar ahora, vale. ¿Dónde estás, Trixie? Trixie. ¿De qué vas vestida?
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls,
Pues
I
hola,
bid thee
bienvenido.
welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid.
Hi,
Say,
kid.
aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could.
Ah, forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for
Tienes que
today.
vivir el hoy.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the Expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here. Whose idea was it to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Artie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet
Ni un
today.
payaso. Joder.
Whose idea was it to put a...
Beats me.
How's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing, it's just something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let
Muy
myself get
tonta.
taken in by his charm.
John. So Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell. The papers made a big deal of him testifying against Kid. People have been beating down his door ever since the trial. The Expo's darn lucky they could get him.
What's Artie's job?
Oh, he's a real high muckety-muck at the Expo. He's in charge of all the money, and the hiring and firing.
Hey, not bad.
You're telling me, and super respectable, too. It's a real relief for him to have a job where the boss never pulls a gun on him.
It's good to see that you and Artie are both doing okay.
We're more than okay. And if things keep going the way they're going, we may be more than just friends before you know it.
Well, don't get too serious too fast.
Nah, we're keeping things casual, for now.
Good. I'm
No,
sure
igual
Grandma
no
will
se
appreciate that.
llama Trixie, se llama Silvia.
It's good to see that you and Artie...
Know it?
Well, don't...
Nah.
Good. I'm So, who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techni Muse of Progress.
La
You
musa
can tell
de
by the lightning
progreso.
bolts.
Qué rayo.
Must have slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess-like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries. And women, too. Leave us not forget Madame Curie.
I never would. So, you work for the Expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests. And on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
Techni, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
Audie got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
Sí, sí.
Techni,
Audie,
listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
no dice. I'm only seeing Audie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor
Pobre
schmuck.
idiota.
I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are
Es un diablillo
evil
malvado.
imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah,
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techni, Muse of Progress.
look, my friend Emmet really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So,
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
see you, Trixie.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid
Maravilla.
you a fond adieu.
Ahem.
Back again, Mr. Crockett? What can I help you with?
I was thinking. I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techni, the muse of progress.
La musa de
They
progreso.
didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that. I won't stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
No hay sonido. What?
Look, lady, she fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Oh, these people are impossible.
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
One simply
Uga
can't
saiba la
allow
ocho.
women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmet and his invention.
Sí, sí.
So you wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
Vale.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then. How about you? Have you got any questions for me?
No.
No.
Then kindly let me pass.
No.
I'm afraid I can't. Until illustration form.
No.
Oh, this is absurd!
Cueva. No era por la
Hey,
8.
pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
Funny, I was gonna say the same thing. Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of kids' gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself,
Chivato. Chivato.
Sang like a canary.
I prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah,
Why not?
'cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
Have you heard from Kid lately?
We're not exactly on speaking terms these days, on account of our varying degrees of incarceration.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
You seem kind of angry about Trixie.
Angry? Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even Kid doesn't know. Stuff that
What?
curl your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just cheeses me off, you know?
What?
Hey, what's with your teeth?
My
Porque son
teeth.
verdes.
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
It's these.
Dr. Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it,
No
and
puedo dejar de
I just
comerlas.
can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out the audio, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
Ah, pues mira.
So what's so, toe curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
My mom saw me in my
Whoa.
underwear
That ain't so bad.
last year.
Okay, that's pretty bad. All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Toma.
Is that Trixie?
Yep.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set
Luego
of
tengo un juego de ella.
Have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Hey, I promise. I'll only use it
Me
for
va a
the
salir
greater
humo
good.
de la mano derecha.
Wow. Okay.
Pues muy bien.
Hang loose, pal.
You talk funny, mister.
Ahí va. Ahí va. Ahora vamos a dejar aquí por ahora. Ya seguiremos en el siguiente vídeo. Nos vemos, sanguangos. ¡Ay, ay!